Ain't did a quick five in a minute. I'm about to do a quick five on why nobody at the featherweight division calls out Gary Russell Jr. We back. It's the Box Clinic and more. Appreciate you guys for rocking out with us and doing another round video trip with us, man. And I wonder why people don't call out Gary Russell at 126. You seldomly hear anybody mention his name. You hear Leo Santa Cruz want to fight Abner Mares. Frampton won a rubber match with Santa Cruz. You hear Lee Selby, who looked impressive versus Eric Hunter, is fighting Mr. Warrington I think this weekend, I believe it is. I can't remember if it's this weekend or whenever the hell it is. It's a big fight over there. You hear Oscar Valdez, he's in the mix. But a lot of guys don't really call Valdez out a lot, because I guess the promotional situation with Bob Arum. But like I said, Gary Russell is the boogeyman in boxing nobody talks about, and of his division. And, in this division, he a lot of people scared to fight him. I don't care what you say. But he does himself no help by only fighting once a year. Jojo Diaz is stepping up to the plate. He look good in sparring. He can get Gary Russell just off the simple fact that he can fight, in my opinion. And Gary Russell was very inactive. He can spar in the gym, stay in the gym, and stay sharp. But guess what? It's no substitute for real fighting. So Gary Russell don't do himself any favors. And if you didn't know, Jojo Diaz and Gary Russell was going to be at the MGM Harbor Bay. It's a new little thing they got down there in the Maryland, D.C., Baltimore area. It's a new, they're going to be fighting there. It's going to be on May 19th. Badu Jack, Madonna Stevenson telecast. It's going to be a split venue main event, two main events. It'll be Russell and Jojo Diaz, then Badu Jack and Stevenson, long as they agree to pay Alder Alvarez. They step aside money, and then once Alvarez is out the way, they'll start promoting the fight and talking about it a little bit more. So it's about a month away, so hopefully they can get Alvarez scared away with his pay. But, Gary Russell, his name doesn't get mentioned in that division. Nobody calls him. I heard Abner Mares on Fight Hub kind of say something about, he wanted Diaz and Russell winner, but it was very, very brief. Nobody says, come on, give me Gary Russell, I want the green belt. You don't hear the WBC Mercio Suleiman Jr., getting behind Gary Russell and making the Leo Santa Cruz fight happen. You don't hear that. And the WBC would love, the We Be Crooks would love for all Mexicans to hold their belts. But you don't hear them trying to put their Mexicans in with that animal Gary Russell. You don't. Should Gary Russell fight more than once a year? Yeah, but them guys are scared of Gary Russell. Carl Frampton, the top three fighters he won, he said was Valdez, Santa Cruz, and I think Mars or another fighter. Lee Selby, that's what, no particular order. He had an order, I can't remember. It was Lee Selby, Mares, Lee Selby, Santa Cruz, and Frampton. Lee Selby, Santa Cruz, and Oscar Valdez. Excuse me, I'm a little bit tired. Nobody even says Gary Russell's name in that division, really. And Gary Russell will beat the piss out of Santa Cruz, and they know that. Gary Russell will beat the piss out of Frampton. He beat the piss out of fucking Abner Mares. Only two guys in that division I think has a chance on this list is Valdez. Valdez is special. I don't care what you say. Valdez is my guy. I rock out with him. I'm team Valdez till it's over with. Him, Juan Estrada, I like him. Just like Canelo, he cheated, so he out of there. But them the two Mexicans off the top of my head that I rock out with. I do. Lee Selby, that's one of the guys in the UK I'm very high on. He's in the same, stratosphere, the same category as Josh Taylor for me. Lee Selby, much love for both of them guys in the UK. I like Josh Kelly as well. It's a lot of good UK guys coming up to fight, but them three in particular, I like them three. And I think Lee Selby can give Gary Russell a good fight. But he got to get up on that thing, man. Like James Brown say, and start fighting some good competition. And I think it's Josh Warrington that starts pretty soon. But like I said, man, Frampton, Mares, Quigg, and Santa Cruz, they all have, bitch tendencies. They ran from Rigondeaux from division to division. So at the end of the day, man, I don't have a lot of respect for them for what they did to Rigondeaux. Everybody talk about Rigondeaux quit versus, Lomachenko, but this dude had to jump up 2 weight classes just to get a fight. He had to have all the odds stacked against him just to get a fight. He didn't choose the judges. He didn't choose the ref. He was that B-side promotion. His gloves got chosen. The ring size got chosen from him. He just showed up and fought. Everything was against him. When he could have stayed at 22 and have to move up, stay at 22 and fight most of these guys, but they were scared. They jumped to 26 to move away from him. He'd have moved to 26, they'd moved to 130. That's just, just the clout and the fear that he put into these guys, man. And Gary Russell, they doing the same thing to him. They scared of him too. Same shit. It's the Box Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Trill Boxing Talk. We gone.